All right, welcome to the Low Country Flysmith Tying Bench. It's time for a little gear review today. Um, we're gonna be switching out some fly lines. You can see a couple of the rods up on the rack there. One of them I've got Rio Predator Elite on there, which I really love. But I've gotten where I really like an all clear line. Um, I've been getting more bites on it, not spooking fish. So I'm into the clear lines. That's not a clear line. It's a great line. Um, the one we're going to review right now is also not a completely clear line, but it does have a 15-foot clear head. It is the Rio Outbound short. In this particular one, to get the clear head in it, you've got to go with the float, hover, and intermediate. The intermediate is the tip portion, and that's the clear portion. It's 15 feet. The hover portion actually sink just a little bit. The intermediate is going to get you down, a couple feet, max, which is fine for what I do. I'm usually working these shrimp flies pretty fast, baitfish flies fast, but it's winter time. Another reason why I'm going to this line. And then the back portion is a float line. So this line has a very short compact head, which is great for making long casts. I do a lot of blind casting. I do sight fish on these fish as well, but I'm prospecting. You can't always see them. The water might be chopped up, wind in the wintertime, and so on. So we're gonna put this on the big Lamson Lightspeed M up there. Beautiful reel. Gonna get that spooled up and make some casts with the CTS Revo. See how this line performs. I think it's gonna be a good one because it's got about the same profile as that Predator Elite, but it's just got the clear tip, which is kind of what I'm after. And of course, while I was talking about changing to this line because it's got a clear tip and being into the all clear lines, the thing I've come up against with the all clear lines is the one that I'm really into right now. It's really performs us best down to about 55 degrees, and it's winter time. It's much colder. That line tends to kink up and coil up and tangle up, and it's aggravating. I'm making really long casts with these lines, doing a bunch of prospecting. Fish are in very shallow water often, and it's very clear this time of year too, so clear line is a big deal to me. It's definitely increased my productivity. Not spooking fish. A lot of times you can throw right on them and cast right over them, and it doesn't bother them that much. It still can be a problem, but it's definitely diminishes the problem. But anyway, let's get to the line. Get it put on the Lightspeed M. And so, as we unbox this Outbound short, I want to make note of one thing that I kind of automatically did not care for, and I appreciate Rio's commitment to recycling. That's very important, but I do switch out fly lines a lot, and this thing right here, made out of cardboard, not very useful. So anyway, there you have it. Here's the fly line. You can see the clear intermediate portion of the head, followed up by the moss colored hover portion, and then you've got your ivory running line. At first inspection, this line feels very limber, supple, I guess you would say, which is important to me, and especially since this will be being fished in cool conditions. So anyway, let's get this thing on the Lightspeed and get it ready to cast. And you guys that have watched these videos of mine before, I don't believe and loops. So loop is gone. We're going to tie the backing directly to this fly line. So in tying the backing to the fly line, you've probably seen this before, but I'll show it again for the benefit of those who haven't seen it. It's a slick little tool that I like to use. Basically, I'm going to wrap up the tool. I get about 8 or 9 wraps on there. I'm going to come, oops, I was about to do it wrong. You go back out the opposite way. There we go. So you can see how the backing lays on that little tool. Just gonna lay it over the side. Grab our fly line, insert into tool, slides right in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna slip this knot we started right off the tool and cinch it down. Pulling from both ends kind of evenly. You'll kind of have to monkey with it. Get your knot looking all pretty. You can see it's forming up pretty decent right there. I like to do a little adjustments along the way. Pinch it out a little bit. And I like to save every bit of fly line I can, so let's slide it on down as close as we can, because this line will all be cast. No problem. So we want as much fly line as we can possibly get. Just tighten it down. Pull from the fly line end and the backing end. Tighten it up a little bit more by pulling on the backing on both ends. We're good to go. Now we just trim it up. Big test for the Rio Outbound Short Premier. It's super cold outside. You can see the frost all over everything. 28 degrees. This kind of shows you right here, this line doesn't look like it's going to kink up too bad, which is what I'm after. Also, we got a 15-foot clear head. I've got a 15-foot, maybe 16-foot leader on here too, with one of my free fall shrimp on here. So I've got the head of the fly line out. Let's see how she goes. Feels pretty good. Yep, that's gonna get it done right there, guys. I mean, that cast that thing with authority right there. You can see it kind of looped up my backing on my my hook keeper right there. But yeah, that's sending it. I like it. See, she's all gone. Backing's about halfway up the rod. Don't need to throw it any further than that, especially with that 15-foot leader. So it's gonna give me over 100 feet to the fly, so should be good to go all situations.